Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to share a quick video with you real quick and share with you a couple principles that have helped me in this business. These are just sound business principles that I've learned from a couple of my mentors, and I've found them to be true in this business. They're not specific to overages, these are just sound business principles. And one of the biggest things that's been difficult for me is, obviously you know that I transitioned from being an employee working as a corrections officer to a business owner. And that transition is very difficult. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of things that you don't take into consideration just because you haven't been in that space. And so it's really important to just have good, sound principles and good mentors in place to help you in that transition. But these principles have helped me in my business because they're simple and they're true and they work. You get results if you follow these principles. So I wanted to share those with you today. Principle number one is this. And I'm going to butcher the quote a little bit, but it's quote, "Make a list, call a list, when, now," end quote. Super simple, right? But this principle has helped create a multiple 8-figure business from my mentor. Actually, I think it's a 9-figure business now. So most of you have heard, I've mentioned this guy, Andy Frisella. He does an MFC, he has a podcast called the MFCEO podcast. Go listen to it, good sound principles. So again, the principle is this: make a list, call a list, when, now. So simple, yet this principle is so true, guys. This is basically my business. This is the overage business. This is how I did it. I made a list of leads through various resources, whether attending auctions in person or gathering data online, calling people to get me the information I needed to build my list. And then I skip traced that list, got the contact info, and I called that list. And that's what I do. And that's what I've done in overages. And it's so simple, yet it's not easy. It's hard. And so, but this principle is how I started in business, is I made a list of leads, I contacted that list, and I started doing deals. And that's how I got started in overages. So that's principle number one. And that's from a mentor of mine, Andy Frisella. Second principle goes hand in hand with that. This is from another mentor of mine. His name's Garrett J. White. He leads a movement called Wake Up Warrior and is very successful in the business world. And he said this, he said, a business is simply a matter of obtaining leads and closing leads. And that's it. A business is two things: getting leads, closing leads. End of story, period. And that's so true. It's basically the same thing as the first principle. It's you gather a list and you call that list. Gather your leads, close the leads. And that's what it is. And you need to focus on the second part of that, which is closing the leads. What I've found is a lot of people, they love to do the research in this business and they get bogged down in it. Most of your time should not be spent doing research. It should be spent contacting leads and closing leads. So that's what you need to do. Those two principles are simple, yet they've helped me in my transition from employee to entrepreneur. And it's so important, guys, to have mentors. And here's the thing too. Those mentors that I've mentioned, never met them. Never met them in person. I just consume their content and apply what I learned from them. But it's so important to have good mentors in this journey, whatever it is you're doing. So hopefully that helps you. Simple business principles that if you follow, you'll be able to see results. Because I followed those principles myself and I've seen results. So hopefully that helps. and we'll see you in the next one. If you want to learn more about my business, and if you want me to help you mentor and coach you and teach you my business, you can visit www.overagesyndicate.com. Thanks guys, we'll see you later.